Hey everyone, welcome back to Tony's LPs Are Us. I'm Tony. Thank you for stopping in. Today I have exciting news. This came through my phone feed and my computer last night. I didn't get a chance to talk about it today. I wanted to do a little bit more research into it. But this great Stones record, don't know the number. It's probably on the I would think it's on a 101,000 records you need to hear before you die, but that's my opinion. I know it's going to be part of the 500 best albums of all time, Rolling Stone. I could be wrong, but it should be. Black and Blue, Ronnie Wood's first record with the Stones. They actually put him on the jacket. You could see that Ronnie Wood profile. This is a great cover because the Stones were starting to cut their hair. You could see Charlie cut his hair. The rest of the guys still have long hair. Here's a weird inside. Don't really know what this was about. This illusion with lights and exposure type of thing. But just a great record. I would say my top 3 Stones record, maybe number 1. I've had this since college. This is my original domestic. Here is the original inner. And the inner shows that Ronnie Wood wasn't really prominent on this. He was on Hey Negrita. Billy Preston's on here, courtesy of A&M Records. Ronnie Wood, courtesy of Warner Brothers Records. You know, don't forget, Ronnie Wood was, of course, with the Faces. He played bass and then he played guitar. So probably from the holdover of the Faces or Ronnie Wood solo records, that was Warner Brothers. But later on, the Stones had him. There's a lot written about when they were interviewing guitar players when Mick Taylor left. And of course, Ronnie and Keith were real tight. It was like a hand in glove type of thing. So we have Hey Negrita, Melody. This is the original. The deluxe versions that I'm going to talk about that are coming out. If I didn't mention it, there's a great deluxe version coming out that I'm real excited about it. Don't know the source. Don't know if they used analog tape. I doubt it. Probably a transfer to a digital file. But you know what? What can you expect? This record is from 76, 75. So, recorded in 75. So what do you expect? But Glenn Johns was one of the engineers on this. So you know it's going to be tasty. I just did a little tribute to Glenn Johns the other day. So Black and Blue, location was Munich, Rottenham, Casino, Montreux. So it was done overseas, not in London or the UK, but in Germany. So we have Hot Stuff. That disco trend, that was recorded in Musicland, Munich, on March 30th, 75. Now, if you buy a used copy of this, try to make sure it has this in it. You'll probably pay more if this is in it. We're going to put this computer back up. You can look at the screen. There's the press release. So look for this in your used record. You're going to spend a little more, but this is essential. And if you need a copy of it, contact me on my comments, and I will actually send you a photo of it if you really want it. I would do that because I would want this if I didn't have it. I would want it. So we have Hot Stuff recorded Musicland Munich 30th. I'm going to go over the record and then we'll talk about what's available in the box set. The box sets are different formats as far as 2 records, 5 records, maybe 2 CDs, 5 CDs, or 6 CDs, plus a Blu-ray, plus a book. Really exciting. Hand of Fate, recorded Musicland Munich, March 25th, 75. Cherry Oh Cherry Baby with Nicky Hopkins, December 15th, 74. Memory Motel. So we're going to get a lot of the outtakes. We're going to get a lot of stuff that wasn't included. A lot of these things are probably available on bootlegs. But like I said, this is Ronnie Wood's first record, 1976. So it's, and I just love the reggae feel to it. I don't think the critics were crazy about it. Maybe it was a departure from previous Stones records in the past a little bit. You didn't have Mick Taylor, but Ronnie Wood shines on some of these tracks, as does the other guitar players who are on this guitar-laden record. You have Memory Motel, which is 7 minutes plus. That's recorded March 31st, 75. And lead vocal, acoustic guitar, electric guitar on that is Harvey Mandel. Great, get his solo records. Harvey Mandel solo records are just amazing. Keith does a lot of the lead on this. Like I said, Ronnie Wood is not all over the record, but his fingerprints Fingerprint File, great Stones song, is on here. Ronnie Wood's on Hey Negrita. Melody, that was recorded in Rottingham, January 75. Then we have Fool to Cry, which is electric guitar. It says Keith, so Ronnie's not on that. That was recorded December 12, 74. So the Stones had a busy winter, 74 into 75. And then the great Crazy Mama, which we have recorded in March 29, 1975. And lead guitar is Keith. Ronnie's not on this a lot. That one track, Hey Negrita, and I may be missing something, but you Stones aficionados know so. But Ronnie Wood is on this record. He's on the cover because I guess in the meantime he was actually signed to the Stones, and that was a great thing because him and Mick, sometimes they could be brothers, right? Now I'm going to show a great Japanese copy of this record. I only have one copy of the domestic. Now that's rare for me because most of the Stone records I have, 6 copies, 7 copies, 5 copies. But this one I never find in the wild. Here is the Japanese, and I'm going to show you what the inserts look like. Japanese does not include this great insert. My copy doesn't anyway. Here is the Japanese label, same as the domestic label, basically identical except for some of the fine print, Glimmer Twins, that sort of thing. But we do have a Japanese lyric sheet that you won't find in the domestic lyric sheet. Well, actually, we don't get a lyric sheet in the domestic. So, or I don't have one unless I'm missing it. So that's the Japanese sheet. But then you have a American English language inner sheet inside the Japanese pressing. And you can see the little Japanese symbols here. Here are some advertisements for various Stone records available in Japan. Let me just look inside my jacket to see if domestically we have a insert page for lyrics, but I do not see that. So that's good to know. And here you go. That's the cover. Here is the cover. This way, you see it joins. If you open it up, great cover. Don't know what the jacket will look like totally on the new edition, but maybe we could see that on the computer. So anyway, real happy about this. Now, Ronnie Wood, of course, is going to be prominent on the live album that's on here. I believe the live albums, it was recorded in Paris, 76's. Here is a great, one of my favorite Stones records, and Ronnie Wood's on this record. This is just a great record for Ronnie Wood. A lot of lead guitar. This is a Mick Jagger guitar and harmonica, Ronnie Wood guitar. So Ronnie Wood is guitar on this record. So Love You Live has a Honky Tonk Woman. Let me see what's on here. Hot Stuff, Fingerprint File, which I mentioned, Manish Boy, Little Red Rooster, It's Only Rock and Roll. So only one track from Black and Blue, but this was in a small club. There's a couple of venues on this record, but get this record. This is a great sounding Stones record, in my humble opinion, and it has a deluxe jacket and a deluxe inner, if you find these inners, which are cool with the tongue. So let's see what's on the deluxe, because that's what we're here for. We're going to do this quick announcement, and I want to thank everyone for bearing with me as I turn this screen over. So Rolling Stones Black and Blue reissue. Now, I didn't mention this before, but this has a Steven Wilson remix. Now, I've got a lot of Steven Wilson remix. Chicago, Tell, some other groups that I don't remember. Rolling Stones will reissue their... It's good that they say this, the Rolling Stones will reissue this. So hopefully they had their fingers and their love of what they've done. This great record, in my opinion. Like I said, one of my top 3, top 1 Stones record of all time. I just love this record. A lot of reggae. I got that reggae thing going on then. So in November, across at least 6 physical formats. All formats use a brand new Steven Wilson stereo remix in place of the original. So they're not giving you an original here as far as this says. Usually you get an original mix and you'll get a remix. So probably repetitious. If you want to get a remix, go on eBay now, because when this comes out, all us audiophiles who don't have it are going to flock to that original. So buy one now. Try to get something VG Plus, of course, or better in the place of the original, while the Blu-ray included with a 4 CD and 5 LP box set, not available separately, offers a Steven Wilson Dolby Atmos mix as well as a high-res version of his stereo mix. The Blu-ray also includes live recording from the Stones' 76 Earl's Court show, which was 21 tracks. So that's a 2-hour show at least. There's a bit of repetition in these boxes, but I'll break it down. CD1, LP1 is Steven Wilson's 25 mix. CD2, LP2 are outtakes and jams. Now I know there's Jeff Beck is on this, a lot of guest people, a lot of guest stars. CD 3 and 4, LPs 3 and 4 and 5, live at Earl Court. So that's going to be cool. So that's spread out. This is really good. So you got an album of outtakes. You got 3 records of live at Earl's Court. Now the Stones records, I think it's called From the Vault. Those live records are just fantastic. I'm not going to show those because I want to bear down. But I did pull out my sealed copy of Some Girls. One of my sealed copies of Some Girls. Blu-ray Atmos and stereo mixes. Les Rolling Stones. Paris, 1976. Live at Earl's Court, 76. So there might be 2 concerts here. I'm not sure what that is. I have to do some further research. The cover looks the same. There's a book in the deluxe version, which is they show a photo of the book. It's worth noting that Earl's Court show on the Blu-ray is in Dolby Atmos, and Les Rolling Stones Avatar in Paris, June 1976, on the same disc as a previously unreleased live TV recording from Paris. That means it's on YouTube. So very good content indeed in this Blu-ray. And if you haven't heard, if you young guys out there, young gals out there who love the Rolling Stones, listen to this record on YouTube. Now I saw the Stones last year with my kids. We had a booth. It was a lot of my friends. It was a party. Saw the Stones before with Charlie at the Meadowlands. So we love the Stones, and it looks like from what this says later on that they may be touring the North America again. So here you have the live. So it's pretty good stuff. The outtakes and jams and the boxes offer previously unreleased audio, including the high-energy disco stomp of Shirley and Company's Shame, Shame, Shame. I think that's available on some YouTube sites or some advertisements for this record, so you can listen to that if you want. With jams with guest guitarists, including Ken Heath's Harvey Mandel, who's on the record, Black and Blue, right? And Robert A. Johnson. I guess he's related to Robert Johnson. And Jeff Beck, if I didn't say Jeff Beck. So, and they're showing photos. Again, it's the same cover artwork. Both Super Deluxe box sets, vinyl and CD, come with a 100-page hardcover book. I will be ordering this today. Featuring a brand new essay by Paul Sexton, including photographs from the album sessions and tour, and a replica poster from the 76 Paris concert. Now, there's a photo of that on the ad. 2 LP and 2 CD editions of Black and Blue pair Wilson's new stereo mix with the 6 outtakes and jams on the second CD from the box set. There's also a single CD and vinyl editions featuring the new stereo mix, and apparently Zoetrope vinyl is also available. So they're going to throw everything out there. Zoetrope are those, it's kind of like a 3D type of cover. Black and Blue in all new guises will be released on November 14th, 25, just in time for Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and all those good holidays. Now, here are the prices. 4 CD and Blu-ray Super Deluxe, basically around $100. Amazon, Amazon USA, Amazon UK, 120 pounds in the British version of money. Blu-ray Super Deluxe 5 LP set, Amazon 150 pre-order. Amazon has USA, USA 189, so it's 189. The French is 148 in francs, or is it euros? Amazon UK is 189 in pounds, so that's equal to us, but pounds, there may be a exchange difference. The 2 LP set, which we just talked about, basically going for about $34, 34 pounds. 2 CD set is only $18.99. It makes you want to go back to CD, but I'll spend the extra money to get the record. I don't know why. Single CD is $11, $12, $18. Single vinyl, or is a single vinyl just of the remix, that's $24, $25. And it goes over the tracks. So we have the Steven Mix 2025 is the same as the domestic album. Outtakes and jams, I Love Ladies, Shame, 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 Shame. Chuck Berry style jam with Harvey Mandel from Can Heat. Rotten Ham jam with Jeff Beck and Robert A. Johnson. Blues jam with Jeff Beck. Freeway jam with Jeff Beck. Now, Freeway jam was either on Wired or Blow by Blow. Don't remember. The CD is of the live Earl's Court. Sounds like a good set. Honky Tonk Women, If You Can't Rock Me, Get Off of My Cloud, Hand of Fate, Hey Negrita, inspired by Ronnie Wood, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I love when the Stones do temp songs. They did a number of them, maybe 4 or 5 on different records, and those are just my imagination. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Fool to Cry, Hot Stuff, Starfucker, You Gotta Move, You Can Always Get What You Want, Band Intro, Happy, Tumbling Dice, Nothing from Nothing, that's Billy Preston, and Outer Space is Billy Preston. So Billy Preston gets his due, the great, late, unbelievable Billy Preston, who was a child prodigy. Check out his records. Live Earl's Court, CD4, which is probably either LP3. Midnight Rambler, It's Only Rock and Roll, but I like it. I like to say I likes it. Brown Sugar, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Street Fighting Man, Sympathy for the Devil. And then you have the Blu-ray, which has the Steven Wilson's Atmos mix. I don't have Atmos. I just have 5.1. I didn't think Atmos was going to last, but apparently it's huge. Stereo mix is on the Blu-ray, and that's the first, and that's the album. Then you have Les Rolling Stones in Paris, June 1976. Band intro, Honky Tonk Woman, Hand of Fate, Fool to Cry, Hot Stuff, Star, You Gotta Move, You Can't Always Get What You Want. Band intros, Happy, Out of Space. Again, we get Billy Preston. Jumpin' Jack Flash, Street Fighting Man. Then we have Live Earl's Court in Atmos and stereo, and that's the same as the Atmos Court that we talked about. There might be some variations in that. So, what do you think? Five LP set. Here's the breakdown for the vinyl. So it's nice because they spread it out. Probably 15 minutes aside. It's going to sound, in my opinion, it will sound good. Don't know the source, but since they spread the tracks out, they didn't jam them in 25 minutes or 20 minutes. This is probably 4 or 5 tracks. Hot Stuff, Hand of Fate, Cherry Oh Cherry Baby, Memory Motel is on first side A LP, side B LP1, Hey Negrita, Melody, inspired by Billy Preston, Fool to Cry, Crazy Mama. So the next one is the Outtakes and Jams. So this is, I kind of made an error. It's still the original record is going to be on one album. So, but they did a nice job because they spread it out over 5 LPs. They didn't jam in the outtakes with the the regular record and you know, any of that. You're paying for it, another $25 or so for a record. So let's not thank the Stones that much, right? We're paying for it. So everything's online. You can check it out. So once again, let me see here. One of my favorite Stones records of all time, probably number one, number two, my go-to. Listened to this to death when I was in college, and my copy is still in good shape. So if you keep your styluses in good shape, keep that weight. Don't put a nickel on it if it bounces, or a quarter, or a penny. Keep those styluses clean. Use a cleaner. Clean those records, and they'll last a lifetime. 50 years, 60 years, I don't know. Okay, keep rocking. Really appreciate it. Hope you like this video. Let me know if you're going to pick this up. If you're fed up with all these reissues. Just to get off the subject again, but there's a 10 years after Deluxe. There's a Clapton Deluxe. There's a Who Are You Deluxe. It's getting to be really expensive. So that's why I may go to CD, but right now I won't. So thanks a lot. Don't forget to sub, and really appreciate everybody watching, and share this video with other folks who don't know about this. Thank you. Keep rocking. Ciao.